Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. For those that are of the Christian faith, happy Easter. I pulled 3 cards today for the collective, and interestingly enough, I got the Lenormand's cross today. I say how interesting on Easter Sunday. But the message here, when I thought about what Easter Sunday represents to the Christian community, I know it represents resurrection. And, but the cross in this particular instance doesn't represent the resurrection, it represents the suffering, right? And the message that I got today was there is a lot of suffering, and there will continue to be a lot of suffering if we don't step up and begin to do a couple of things. And this one is going to sound repetitive for those of you that follow me for a little while. Is to begin to ask who you are, why you're here. Okay, we have to understand our roles in this time, in this life. How can we contribute to the peace of this world, right? How can we contribute to the peace of this world? How can we contribute that we can vibrate in love, okay? So what the Lenormand card is showing me, and I'll show you guys the card. I'll put the cards at the end, okay, what they are. Is telling me that, the suffering, it's a lot of suffering. Not just what we're watching on the news in terms of what's going on the other side of the world, but there's a lot of suffering everywhere, not just, on what we're watching. There are people that are suffering that no one knows, like they're not sharing with other people. There are people that are going through some really, really, really hard times right now, and they're going through it like really silently. They're not sharing it with anyone, right? And so the first message is coming to me is there is a lot of suffering aside from what we're watching on the news and on social media and things like that. There are people that are suffering in silence. And Spirit is saying, like, we have to begin to understand our role, because the Three of Cups, which is the other one that came here, it is from the Hermetic Tarot, is the card of community, is the card of when community comes and pours on each other's cup. Okay, we're pouring each other's cup. So no cup is empty, because we're pouring on each other's cup with whatever capacity that we have. Now, I say this and I repeat, with whatever capacity that we have, because some of us that have things that could be blessings to other people, we're not pouring, nor can we receive. So it's like no one is pouring, no one is receiving. So everybody's cup is kind of like empty, right? And partly because a lot of us don't understand who we are. There's a lot of things going on that is actually also hindering from us to living our truth, living our purpose here. Okay, so the importance of the healing, the importance of saying, okay, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to begin to figure out what is so in my life, and begin to ask Spirit, your ancestors, your God, Creator, Jehovah, Yahuwah, Yahusha, whatever name you're giving to the one that created you, okay? You have to begin to ask these questions. Say, listen, I need to know, okay? I need to know so that we can, as a community, begin to pour in each other's cup. The other card that I pulled was the, sorry, I forgot what the name of this deck was, you guys. So, but it is a Yoruba card, okay? And the message here is this. Let's see if I can read it for you guys. I'm putting near the candle so I can read it. It says, stubbornness only brings unnecessary war. Stubbornness only brings unnecessary wars. And so, with that being said, when I pull that card, I say, yep. And sometimes it's not just the stubbornness of people not letting go, it's also the stubbornness of us not going in. So it's not just the stubbornness of like, oh, let me stop the madness, right? Let me stop hurting people. Let me self-reflect. So the self-reflection here is not just for those that are hurting others. The self-reflection are those that also will continue taking this mess, right? Continue taking what is being pushed on us, right? So the self-reflection is both ways. It's a self-reflection of, I need to stop hurting people. And then there's a self-reflection of, I can't continue to take this beating, right? So so that's the whole connection here, the suffering that is happening on both sides. On both sides. And the Three of Cups is saying, listen, stop the madness. We need to come together and stop this. We have the ability and the power to stop, because it's all a belief. It's all a belief that if I put my guard down, then you're going to destroy me, right? And so in some cases, that is true. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, right? But the message is for all. The one that is holding the sword, the point in the sword, and the one that is allowing the sword to continue to be pointed at all times, it has to come to an end, okay? And the only way that we can do that is for some of us to begin to self-reflect and begin to put this stuff down and begin to create this harmonious space for everybody to live in. And the moment that we do that, because the thing about it is vibration, right? You begin to vibrate in a particular way, everything else will follow. Everything else will follow. So that is the message for today, April 5th, 2026, you guys. And I'll see you guys next time.